Starter calls the horses. It's post time here for the second. Second race of the afternoon is the Don Kodak Memorial Pace with trackside cooler presentation to follow. Field of 7. Behind the McRae Home Hardware starting gate, Astrodero, Bob McCormick, Hoosier Shadow, and Adam Link, Elm Grove Quinn, Mark Pezzarello. Yakashev, Greg Sparling, top of the bar, Tessa, Kenny Pazzarini, Farmers Fieldstone, Kevin Bailey, Head of State, Gerard Kennedy. Here they come. And there they go, off and pacing at the inside. Astrodero and Hoosier Shadow both leaving there into the turn. And from the far outside, Farmers Fieldstone driving up for third. Away fourth from the back tier is Head of State. Then fifth in the early going, we find Elm Grove Quinn. Top of the bar, Tessa looks at it from sixth. And the early trailer is Yakashev. So go the backstretch for time one. Astrodero and Bob McCormick went off as the longest shot on the board here. They lead it at the quarter. And looking now at Farmers Fieldstone, who drives up to take that lead away for Kevin Bailey. 30-1 opened it up. Astrodero now 3 lengths back second. Hoosier Shadow looks at it third. Head of State, former back fourth. They're well strung out here in the second. Fifth to Elm Grove Quinn. Then top of the bar, Tessa. And Yakashev trails. So Farmers Fieldstone cuts the numbers. Astrodero would not take her on, but gets to enjoy the pocket ride. Hoosier Shadow a bit closer third. There goes Head of State now. First up for Gerard Kennedy on the outside, fourth. Elm Grove Quinn will have cover to catch there fifth. The half's up in a good minute. And 3/5 for Farmers Fieldstone, the leader here at 5/8. Astrodero the inside second. Head of State now. First up challenger there third. Hoosier Shadow at the inside fourth. Elm Grove Quinn a bit closer fifth. Then top of the bar, Tessa and Yakashev trails at 3/4. Still Farmers Fieldstone. Head of State a bit closer second. Astrodero right there third. Elm Grove Quinn looking 3 high from fourth. 3/4 in 1. 32-4. Farmers Fieldstone trying to get away here. Now widens to 3 with 1/8 of a mile left to go. Inside second, Astrodero. Elm Grove Quinn coming third. At the inside fourth, Hoosier Shadow, but in the stretch, it looks to be back-to-back here for Farmers Fieldstone. Elm Grove Quinn, Astrodero, Farmers Fieldstone on the line to win it. Elm Grove Quinn drove in to be second. Astrodero at the inside finishes third in 2:04-1. Afternoon second race today is the Don Kodak Memorial Pace. With today being Memorial Day here at Northside Downs, it's only fitting that we honor one of the Maritime's top harness racing drivers of his day. Donald Kodak was born in 1938 and as a young man soon found his way to the local track, the Cape Breton Turf Club. Cody, as his peers and racing fans called him, started driving standardbreds as a young man with the great Greg McDonald, and then with Greg's dad, the late John Neely McDonald. He worked hand in hand with John Neely and learned some of the finer points of the racing game. He drove the Good Trotter Brave Spirit for John Neely and also trained a horse for the late J.A. Jimmy Ferguson. Two of the Ferguson horses were Borderview Roy and Borderview Earl. While racing on the Maritime Free-for-All circuit in Moncton, Cody and Borderview Roy handed the great Andy Sun one of his few defeats. Donnie Kotick had many friends around the track, but none were as close to him as Mitchie Kashevda, Frank House, Dave Kramer Rutherford, and Gerald Hawk Greer. Donnie could drive a horse with the best in the Maritimes and had a way with horses when it came to hanging the gear on them properly. Cody truly enjoyed working the gate and sure had a way with words. He called many people Dick and had no problem expressing himself. Donnie could have ventured to the U.S. to race, but chose to apply his knowledge here at home. At this time today, we, the racing community, would like to express our thanks to the great Donnie Kotick and for the great memories he gave us from the past. He leaves behind 3 daughters, 1 son, and lots of grandchildren and great-grandchildren who miss him dearly. Never more than a thought away, quietly remembered every day. Donnie Kotick Memorial. Pace in the afternoon second goes to the 6. Farmers Fieldstone, the 3-year-old bay filly by Art Speak out of the Shadow Play Dam. Farmer's Shadow. Owned, trained, and driven to victory by Kevin Bailey. That's back-to-back wins for the filly. She now has 2 lifetime in 10 career starts. Family and friends trackside with that Donnie Kotick Memorial 2022 cooler presentation to 3-year-old Farmers Fieldstone and Kevin Bailey in 2:04 and 1.